boys and girls? All right, so something's going on, and I thought it was me here, and it's not me here. It's that, which, but I really like that the app tells you what's going on here. Um, Partial system outages. All right. So if we shut down, remember it is not our fault, but we're on our grind, right? We're doing 1,000 days here, people. We're slightly over 100, so we're good. Uh, and we march on. So a couple of things in the news. I got home early. I got home early, and I have been sort of sipping. So I'm hoping that I'm not too hot mess to hot mess. There you go. Let's put that there. Um, didn't do that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. So with my phone, that's not even charged. Is it charged? Woo. So let's talk about the Virginia governor's race. Hey, William, good to see you. Oh no, that yeah. Uh, he's my nephew stopped by, uh, and I thought we put him on cam because I love to talk to him, and I love to have somebody to talk to occasionally. But when, like I said yesterday, when I first started, it was me, my nephew, and our boy um, Terrence. And Terrence is locked up, sadly to say. Uh, and then I just decided to do them myself. Um, and I would do them occasionally, and then I decided to learn the guitar, and the rest is history. Even though the guitar is way over there, um, if you can see, I've got half a studio set up here. I've got like a mic stand. Let me slide in the frame, right? Uh, I got a couple of guitars. I got half the other shit in the other room. Um, I didn't really have to buy a lot of this. I sort of accumulated it over time. So I guess I'm just slowly becoming the thing I always wanted to be, which is like some weird political guy who plays a shitty guitar and writes shitty poetry and is creative in his own way, right? I decided I wanted to be a painter, so now I paint. That's easy to do, but learning music is a different task. Um, and told myself I wasn't going to talk politics, but politics makes me crazy, and now I talk politics every night. So let's get into it. I mean, we called it last week. We were like, we're not voting for Terry McAuliffe. It's ridiculous. And then we said, I want to say 3 days ago, 4 days ago, that as I drive around Virginia, I don't see a lot of Terry McAuliffe signs. And then we said yesterday, if he wins, if it's called tonight, Glenn Youngkin's gonna win. But if it goes into uh like review and all that stuff where you review stuff and you have to count votes and all this, a runoff I think it's called, whatever. Um, then Terry McAuliffe might be able to pull it out, right? But if they call it immediately, he was gonna lose. And I was like, and that means he's gonna lose by more than the margin, right? If they call it that night, that means it wasn't within like, oh, it was within a point. You know what I mean? So then people want to count every vote, but this is, if somebody walks in your polling place, you can take a sort of loose head count and go, you know, 10 people walk in, eight of those people want guy A, and two of those people want guy B. You can generally go, well, okay, well maybe it's this neighborhood, and another neighborhood might want guy B, you know, and that might be heavy in that neighborhood. But after you get all these precincts in, you get a loose tally early on. You know what what fate has wrought, quite frankly. Um, I, uh, not Bloomberg. What is his name? A senator. What is his name? He blamed the loss on progressives. And here's the thing, as Crystal Ball and Saga and Jetty pointed out on their show, that I didn't even think about this, that he McAuliffe didn't run on a progressive platform. He didn't run on any of that. He cuddled up to the cops. He didn't say anything about Black Lives Matter or any of that. But what he did say a lot of was Trump is bad, Trump is bad, Trump is bad. He didn't run on any platform or anything. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Um, yeah. So I think everybody thinks that this is a sign that they're going to lose the midterms. But I think the sign that they were going to lose the midterms were way early on, way early on. And we all knew that this was going to be a bad presidency from the way they sort of, I'm going to say stole, the way they stole it from like Bernie Sanders, um, the way the whole thing just played out dismally, right? And now the shit show looks to be the sequel, where they're going to try and run Kamala Harris, uh, and another half of the wing is going to try and run Pete Buttigieg with their corporate masters going, these are the people who know how to win elections. And these are your choices, America. And the American people are already like, no, this is bullshit. We don't like your oligarchy. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it breaks my heart. I love that song. My boy just sent it to me. You dropped the bomb on me. Yeah, but that song was in the '80s, so I get it. But you don't. This is a thing about that. As you age, your heroes begin to die, and you feel really bad. So I mean, as a young man, your heroes die in car accidents, fast cars and fast women and all this stuff. Then AIDS came around and started dying of AIDS, right? But before that, like James Dean, car accident, right, and motorcycle accidents, and but the others who stay around, like Donny Osmond, who's been famous forever, right? He's still around, which is, but his peers, Michael Jackson they were both about the same age. It's dead, right? Uh, the Beatles, they were 18 and 19 when they became famous. Two of those guys are gone, right? So you age up, and one is by cancer. But once you get to a point where like most of your heroes, oh, here we go, we're having internet connections again. Internet connections again. Come on, Habs, get it together. Okay, we're back. Whew. So, but sometimes, see, I should be facing the camera now because I repositioned the camera so I didn't have to keep staring this way. I'm trying to sort of focus, right? So, I don't know, man. You get older and can we drop this a little bit? That's nice. You get older and your heroes begin to sort of die of natural causes, not like diseases or car accidents. They're just old. And, that makes you old. Me and my nephew was talking about can I share this with you guys? It's a bit indelicate. I don't want to offend anybody. Um like and subscribe, people. I'm gonna start saying that because I want people to remind people to like come back and see me. We're here every day. Um it makes you feel like, so me and my nephew was talking about rap music. Um and I get that there's a drift. Like you're not supposed to be the same thing your parents are, and your children are not supposed to be the same thing you are, and their children won't be the same thing you are. So by the time you're a grandfather or grandmother, you're three uh you're two generations off of what the youngest people want, right? And then by the time they age into what their whole society wants, all the kids born at that time, um, you're I don't want to say you're going to be an outlier, but it's like you're more farther away from the outline of the nation, right? So when I was 10, and all the children of my generation who were 10, people talked about us. Oh, the children need education. The children need job in the first time. Right? When I was 20, there were very few jobs, right? Uh, that's the way it works. When I'm 70, they will begin to like start talking to me, since 70-year-olds always vote because they don't really do much else. It's not like they drive motorcycles and go to clubs or anything, right? And they always have the biggest savings, and they're easy to frighten. I mean, that, I hate to say it, but as you get older, someone will call you on the phone and go, "Your nephew Timmy has been arrested, and we need you to send us $18,000 to get him out of bail, and we'll keep it off his record." And they'll do that shit. Don't call anybody. We're the cops. Call us back. And that, I mean, not, but it's super more likely, right? So that's the same kind of shit that you can do to a child, a younger person who don't know how sinister the world can be, right? Um, they know how sinister, but then they sort of like drop their guard. So all of these things sort of play in. No, it wasn't the lead singer. The no, it was the older brother who put the band together. The three of them were brothers. Um, and they named the band after this place in Oklahoma where Black Wall Street was. I forget the name of the street, but that's why they were called the Gap Band. It's like being called, you know, Brooklyn, the Bowery Boys, rather, right? The Bowery is a part of Manhattan, and it's a location name of a group. So yeah, but yeah, what was he, 78? Yeah, in the age of COVID. The older you get, the more stuff seems to stop working on you. Yeah, I remember those guys, man. I love that song. You dropped the bomb on me. So, but yeah. So anyway, Terry McAuliffe, you know, not good. We've been streaming. Let's see if we can close this and see what if it resets itself. We've only been streaming for a little bit. Here you go. Let's try that now. There you go. All right, it did reset itself. So yeah, they had a nice little note over there saying, "Oh, we've had weird outages," and I was like, "Oh, good," because I thought it was me, and it was making me crazy, but I was having weird issues myself, right? So now it seems like that it's a push because we're both having weird issues. Democrats feel new urgency on Biden's agenda after Virginia lost. Yeah, all of you are going to get your clock cleaned. You all really are. You haven't done shit, and you've taken people for granted. Now all of a sudden you're scrambling. You're scrambling. I would cut the head of Joe Manchin. I absolutely would. Politically speaking, I would. Because his daughter's up to dirty shit. I will absolutely threaten to arrest her ass. This is bullshit. 300, like 80 million people could be helped by this in the country, and they're not going to do it because corporations don't. Oh, man, it doesn't make any sense that this is the way America works. From all the stuff they told us growing up here, all of us who were born in the country, who went to school at an early age, and they, indoctrinate you into your nation like they should. I had this argument with this woman. She was like, "It's indoctrinating." I'm like, "You live here. You should support it." She was against the Pledge of Allegiance. I was like, "How the fuck are you against that? Well, who else are you going to have allegiance to? Right? You get to choose your own God. What, you're going to choose another country? The fuck out of here." And it's bananas. I used to support like PETA, but PETA has stood up for some really ridiculous shit under the guise of, well, I'm just kind of, okay, yeah, that might be true, but I can give you 10 better cases to go at. And I totally get what they're doing, but some of it is just stupid. And this was just one of one of the examples, like you shouldn't have to pledge allegiance. So now no one, because someone had a problem with pledging allegiance, now no one gets to pledge allegiance. That just sounds so fucked up to me, and it sounds like you're skewing to the super minority, right? And I'm a minority, but my minority status is built on pain and racism and ostracization and open murder and rape and selling of people, right? It's not built on this transgender whatever, which is what? I don't like that you don't like me, but no one's doing anything to you. And very occasionally when they do, it hits the paper and people get thrown in jail, right? So what people are trying to fight, what people's not fight, what people's personal agenda and personal pain is how can I say this? Um, is being is some of those people are being belittled and they have a history of being belittled, right? And other people are just sort of choosing to be part of a group that has a tough road. You know what I mean? No, I mean, no. Well, that's Fox News. The Fox News is calling this thing for the Republican. That's not right. I thought the guy running in New Jersey was I'm gonna look this up right now. I thought the guy running in New Jersey was, do I want to say O'Connell? Governor of New Jersey. Oh, Citarelli, right. Okay, so he eked it out this saying. Well, so now Joe Biden is 50-50. That's got to be good. Let's close this one. Let's close that and draw the shield. Draw, for God's sakes. And draw the shades. And there you go. We're going to keep that window open. And see if this thing is. I know I said I wasn't going to buy any more of these things. Ugh. Wow. It spits at you. So, whew, right in the eye. All right, so I mean, what is going on here? You know what's going on here? People are unhappy. Is what's going on here. You can't blame. First of all, I don't buy progressives, right? This is what happened when I lived in New York and they gentrified the place and pushed people out, and rents became $5,000, right? They were all liberals, and I was like, "Fuck these liberals." Then they just changed their names, but they're the same people, and now they're demonizing, right? They became liberals became progressives, and now they're demonizing progressives and saying that they're too far right, to sort of because they don't have a new name to go with, right? Because if they did, Nancy Pelosi would call herself progressive and then call the other wing who's out there, the out there's or some other shit, right? Because since progressive became a buzzword, and nobody wants to be called liberal, and the conservatives beat up the term liberal, right? Oh, he's liberal for this. Oh, liberal, 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 right? And conservative doesn't sting as hard because I got to tell you, a lot of black people are conservative. Like I said, we are socially liberal. We don't really care if you're gay or in shit, right? Um, but we're liberal in music and sex and all this stuff. And I think we're socially we're not gonna, because we were oppressed, right? We're not gonna fuck with you for being liberal. But we're conservative in a lot of shit. We're big on the military because we also, not all of us, I didn't serve, but a lot of our families served. A lot of my family serves. I mean, we're the amount of black people who serve and represented to the nation is huge. It's huge, and we're 12% of the population, right? So that's like, oh man, what is we can look this up actually. We like looking shit up. Percentage of All right. 29.22%. What is this now? Active duty enlisted women, active duty enlisted men. So 30% of the military is black men. 1.4 is American Indian or Alaskan. 4% is Asian. 1% is Native American. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous how we're treated. Yeah, I think he should. I mean, he's talking about, look, listen, if you elect these guys and they say one thing like Biden and then do nothing, you should have their head on a political platter. Um, he has to. And his whole career has been running against the police department as the police department was becoming more aggressive in minority communities, right? So I'm really interested to see who he makes commissioner. Um, I don't hope it's. I hope whoever it is. I hope they're worthy because it's going to be a fight. Uh, the the PBA is like anti the mayor always. Um, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I just hope he doesn't make a political appointment, a bullshit woman or black or Latino or Asian to make it the first commissioner of this, that, or the other thing, right? But I hope he brings somebody who fixes that department. I love the New York City Police Department. They need to fix it. They really do. And the PBA is a problem. So take them on and fix it. Ask the justices to come and look through their books if you have to. It's not your club, right? I mean, that sergeant who got in trouble, who ran the sergeants union. I mean, they distanced themselves from him immediately. So yeah, who's the name of the police commissioner is like he's an Irish guy. What is his name? I want to say Sean, but Jim Kelly was the old one. NYC Police Commissioner Dermot Shea. December 2019, he previously served as the chief of detective, the chief of crime control strategy, and the deputy commissioner of operations. Those are pretty fucking impressive places to hold your hat as a police officer. Yeah, good job. Can't even knock it. But what have you done though? You're just sort of a functionary until somebody comes. Here's the thing. New York City vaccine mandate sends 34 NYPD officers. This will be good. So far, the number is 34 will pull 10,000 officers off the street. Yeah, because you know what? You serve at the pleasure of the police commissioner, who serves at the pleasure of the mayor. I'd be firing these guys. How are you going to roll up and give somebody COVID as a policeman or an ambulance driver, an EMT rather, or a fireman? It doesn't make any sense. I wish I could do something with them, but you can't take 34,000 cops off the street. You can't. I don't know, man. I am starving. We're not even gonna read it. I'm starving. So yeah, Terry McCullough. Ooh, potato chips. Terry McCullough lost, not because of the progressives or anybody. Hold it. Hey, Snow Bunny. Good to see you. I hope things are going well for you. Uh, we're having some issues with the HAP streamer. and I'm starving, so I'm munching on tater chips. We were talking about the Virginia governor's race and why the Democrats are just failing everybody. And I told you down here they were like vote Democrat down the line. I'm like, nope. Like it's like they're trying to look. You haven't done a lot, and by a lot I mean anything. And people are upset. Yes, exactly. America's tired. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and today Nancy Pelosi put back the child care statute in the bill that they took out. All the stuff that's super popular by 55 and 75% of the Democratic Party, they don't fight for, but they all collect a check and they all sit there forever. And now they don't want to leave. And like I say on this show, look, if you're not the Democrats to do it, then I need new Democrats to do it. I'm not loyal to you. I'm loyal to the idea. Ugh. Wow. I hate to say it, but man, I was starving. Uh, mm, what a day. Wait, was today a good day? I've been having a really bad week. Was today a good day? I don't want to call it yet, but it seemed to be an all right day. Yeah, I didn't get pulled over. I ran by two cops at a high speed. Did not get pulled over because they were dealing with someone else who had they had already gotten at a high speed. And when I came home, I was like, all right, let's just kind of calm down because it's me. The funkier the music, the faster I drive. Not really good, uh, especially on the highway. And here, there's a lot of people who are just everyone is on their phone. Everyone is on their phone. Everybody is like driving and flipping. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm healthy, and it was sunny. The sky was blue. Right. I get to watch. They're like the pilots train overhead with their F-16s, and I'll stop at a red light and look up like a wide-eyed kid, just amazed at it. So yeah, I guess it was a good day, right? I did have to go back to that place where the people hit my car. They called me 3 times to tell me they updated when I can pick up my car, and it's always the same day. I'm so crazy. Oh no, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, excuse me, trying not to chew on the stirring. I watch some streams. People eat like carrot sticks and all this stuff. I'm like, I wish I had some toasted Twinkies right about right now. Uh, all right. Texas is always beautiful though. It's always sunny and like 80 degrees. Mm. All right. I want to see why did Brian McCullough lose in VA? First of all, he's a Democratic pod person who's been raising money and doing that shit for 40 years in the Democratic Party. And Glenn Youngkin is a freaking trillionaire. who just funded his own election like Trump did and like Bloomberg did, right? Neither one of these are good outcomes for what I want. But I'm not going to feed the Democratic machine if they're useless. You need to die. I need another machine to come up, and then I will feed them. Biden easily won Virginia. Why is McAuliffe struggling? This is 8 days ago, 18 hours ago. Glenn Youngkin defeats Sarah McAuliffe for Virginia governor. June 8th, 23 hours ago. How is these things put together? June 8th, 23. Virginia governor election. Glenn Youngkin beats Sarah McAuliffe. Terry McAuliffe. From alligator wrestler to ex-governor. McAuliffe gets a reboot. He was an alligator wrestler? Yeah, I'm just tired of the Clintonites. They're all Clintonites. Corporatists. And that's what the Clintonites, that's the founding thing about the Clintons. They take money from anybody. Yeah. So the Clintonites are essentially Democratic corporatists. Even as the Republicans made it all right to take all this money and run for president on it, governor on it, senator on it. How much is Terry McAuliffe worth? I'm just curious. Is he married? Where did he go to college? Net worth, my influence rates in Virginia. Youngest net worth is probably close to $400 million. What? Jesus Christmas. These fucking guys, they're not oh God, I hate all of them. So $400 million. And Terry McAuliffe is worth $30 million. Yeah, both of you can go kick rocks. The both of you. I'm so completely tired. I mean, they don't. It's a pandemic. They're not even serious now. You know what I hate? A bag of potato chips that are tiny little pieces. The bag shows 3-inch chips at the minimum. Yeah. Oh, we didn't start it. We've been streaming for a half an hour. That's fine. Let's do it. Okay. The whole bag full of tiny little chips. Mm. So I met this girl. Didn't really meet her. But she had a mask on, but her eyes were so big and brown. I've been thinking about them all day. No, there's no magic like that because I'm easily too old to even say hi to her. But we had a small bit of exchange, and she was so adorable. But her eyes were like the biggest brownest. Yeah, it was very fucking amazing. And I was like, and I thought to myself, it's shit like that. It's small things that you wander in that will wander into your world, right? She doesn't even know I'm thinking about how nice her eyes were. But it's the shit that a guy write a song about. You know what I mean? Just kind of like it was a nice moment on a sunny day, captured in a space of time that won't ever be repeated. Right. In its nicest and sincerest form. Yeah, I could go back to the place where she worked, but then it's not just a nice thing that came out of the ether, right? Yeah, there's that. So, oh, and the Braves won yesterday. Nobody's happy about it. I don't understand that. Atlanta, Atlanta and its chop are worse than the Astros and they're cheating. The Washington Post. 2017, Major League Baseball stripped Atlanta Braves of 12 prospects, bans former GM. Banned for baseball for life. What did he do? Wait, what was the Braves scandal? Oh man. Ugh. All right. Ugh. I'm gonna buy your newspaper. All right. Yeah, I don't know. The younger girl keeps the younger girl keeps floating across my mind. John Sebastian, her eyes were soft, dark, and brown. What is that from? Oh well, John Sebastian. But what? Yeah, she was just, and she had a mask on. That's why her eyes stood out so like, and I was just kind of like, clang. I've been thinking about them all day. I could paint them tonight, but the other room that I decided to do my paint room is a fucking mess. I'm a weirdo. When I start being creative, the place can't be messy, but it can't be too neat. So I'm in the middle of cleaning up a lot of stuff and not doing any work as I'm thinking about work. I'm stressed and stressing. All right. That's what blue jeans are for. Wiping your hands on them. Man, Terry McAuliffe, the Democrats are gonna lose unless they come up with some fantasticness that helps everybody, not just the Democrats. You know what I mean? They need to they need to get the Republicans to go, holy fuck, you know. They're appealing to, you know, that culture war shit. You can slip it. They're always slipping shit in bills. I don't see why they don't slip that shit in, but they keep it front and center to win elections. Meanwhile, people want eye and dental in this new Medicare plan, right? They want that to be installed because that doesn't make any sense. Take care of some of you, not all. Yeah, they want we want lower prescription drug pricing. They're talking about they're gonna discuss five drugs, five of all the drugs, just five of them in 2022, and then they're gonna discuss 10 or maybe more in 2028. Fuck you. What is that? Ugh, so disgusting. They're useless. They expect you to take not just bad behavior, but incompetence. Because what are you going to do, right? You're going to run up into Congress. No one's going to do it. Bam. I remember watching that January 6th thing, and I was just kind of like, what? Yeah. This has been percolating for a while. Charlottesville, right? You running a car into people. Kenosha shooting three people, an 18-year-old, because you got everybody hopped on them on racial animus to get elections. Yeah, I say it all the time. You poured this glass to the very top for to get what you want. Like I want like that super extra filled with animus and hate because it's worth something to you. But then it's gonna spill off over the top and run across the table and spill into your lap. That means it's uncontained, right? It runs across the landscape. Stop acting like we won't be violent in America. America was founded on violence and then perpetuated by violence. My whole thing is this, man. Sorry. My whole thing is this. I'm obsessed with the founders and the founding of the nation, right? The Revolutionary War. Throw the British out. Take like they can take their loyalists with them, right? Everyone else is stuck on either the Civil War, but the boomers are stuck on World War II. Look how great we were, right? They're printing around all the video games of World War II video games, right? But just like the politicians want something different than what the people want. I think like people are not giving due representation to the amount of fucking energy some of these people are putting into the war that tried to separate us. And you let them get away with it. You let their wives redefine what happened. So this is going to come to a head, and it might be in my lifetime, and I think it might be in like I'm gray now, but I think within the next 10 years, I've been saying this since about 2006 on Facebook, all over Facebook, that there are several things that I call that came to pass, and one is coming to pass. Uh, just because it's common sense, right? Hmm. One of which was Israel. I was like, Israel is not going to keep being able to do this fuckery, like attack with American ordnance, right? That's what really got me. I was like, wait, what? They're bombing people with American F-16s who are making homemade. That I just don't feel good about that at all. And then you found out they just give them shit, and I'm like, oh. And when I get to that point, I think I'm about 6 months to about a year and a half to 5 years in front of people. And I think a lot of people are just kind of like, that doesn't seem right. I thought we were the good guys. It reminds me of like South Africa, right? In 1980, I want to say 84. Nobody gave a fuck about South Africa and its apartheid, but American blacks in the hip hop community made everybody fucking look at it because all of a sudden music was a megaphone. And then what happened? Nobody risked shit, but everybody got on board later, right? And to Britain's credit, all their musicians, right, got on board, right? So they gave it credence across the pond. And then it was on everybody's radio station. They were going like, what are they doing in South Africa? Are you serious? Then it started showing up on people's television set, the barbarity of what was going on there. And all of a sudden people started divesting and all of a sudden the economy began to collapse. Right? You never know how these things come out. So you keep telling us what great people but then as soon as we want something, we don't get it. As all we ever get is war glory. Right? And excuse me, that sort of military industrial complex is what's going on here. And like I always say, you could keep this shit secret for 20 years. You can't do that shit anymore with the internet. People know relatively quickly, super relatively quickly. And now the Democrats are trying to stay in power while they keep selling you songs of competence and tomorrow when only thing they ever deliver is shutdowns now and ignoring of people's requests. You'll see. Like I said, my whole position is this. The American people should have some shit, right? First, 1 minute, everybody's talking about Europe has this, Europe has that, right? I don't really care what Europe has. This is long past due. And it's not because It's worth trillions of dollars to corporate interests. So now they control America, which means that's not what the Constitution says should be going on here, which means everybody's out of pocket. Everybody's out of pocket. We're the government. We can do what we want. No, that's Europe. Here is different. There's a whole fucking shit of paper all over the place that the rights that people have and what you can and cannot do, right? And then they write laws against the Constitution to benefit themselves. But then when you want something from them, all of a sudden it's a Constitution, it's a sacred document, it can't be changed, right? They limited the president's tenure. The Constitution didn't do that, they did. So they went against the Constitution with that. But they didn't limit their own, right? So, what? So whenever I hear a politician on my TV set talking about the Constitution, I'm just kind of like, yawn. Right? If you limit the president's term, it should have been an addendum to the Constitution and taken everyone into account, and they didn't do that. There's all kind of weird shit. Like, what's the power? The power that the Supreme Court took for themselves is to define the rules. That's not listed anyplace. This godlike power of you can't do this. We've overturned abortion. Okay. What if we don't listen to you? You have no power. So the president or the Congress will act on what the Supreme Court. But what if both of them said, fuck that, we're not doing anything you say because you're all a bunch of hacks and you're idiots? Yeah, now we know what you think about it. Okay. Good job. You know what I mean? I mean, if you know the country, you know who can do what and when they can do it. I suggest you go look it up. What is the power of the Supreme Court versus the power that we give them? We're completely off the rails. I think we're aristocracy about to become an autocracy if we're not careful. All right. She was pretty. Whew. I got the windows open. What's the weather outside?
It's currently partly cloudy and 50 degrees.
Ooh, 50 degrees. I hope that don't set shit on fire because that could be a problem. Here's the thing. When I was a kid going to high school, I would sit in the back of the bus and open the window when it was like 20 degrees because the cold wind blowing on my face was, do I want to call it a rare treat? I mean, it's not often. It's cold occasionally, right? In New York, it's hot summers and cold winters. But there was something about like the bitter cold on my face. And then I would close it for a while and then I would open it back up for like another 10 minutes. Versus walking through like the temperature. You know, nature, man. We're part of it. It's not I don't feel so bad about it now. But back then people were like, why is that window open? I'm like, why don't you mind your business? Because you have to defend yourself from aggression in the community. But you sit right back there, there was a tiny little V-shaped window, and you pop it open. And the wind will be whipping and hit you right in the face. Woo! Okay. What else are we going to talk about? We talked about Terry McCullough. We didn't really dive into this Secretary, first of all, Buttigieg and Vice President Kamala Harris, right? But here's the thing: it's not a good matchup. Buttigieg hasn't won shit but mayor of a small podunk town, right? I hate to say it, but yeah. And then he was given this secretaryship, right? Kamala Harris was Attorney General of California, right? She was a senator. I mean, I don't like her, but it's not. But she won shit. You know what I'm saying? She's not like Stacey Abrams, who was a state senator, and that's it, right? That's small too. Like when she came here to stump for Terry McAuliffe, I was like, is she trying to tell somebody how to be a state senator? Because I get that. Why is she telling you who to vote for governor when she lost her own election? Why is she here? Hmm? I can't be the only one asking these questions. I mean, fucking seriously, these people are not legit. Look, I'm here in my apartment, high out my fucking brain, and whiskeyed up like a souse, and I'm calling it right. And you should read my old fucking Facebook shit when I was sober and calling it right. I'm going to slide back into music heavily because I want to die being a good guitarist. And I think I'm going to go back to school because being a lawyer is on my bucket list, right? But this whole thing, me perpetually commenting on, sorry guys, commenting on the ridiculousness of the Democratic Party, I'm so completely over it. Because seriously, who else you got? They don't have a deep bench. Who if Kamala Harris is like, I'm not gonna run, uh, and Joe Biden, do we want to play Deadpool? That would be cruel to do. That's not my mother would not like me doing that. So no, there won't be any Deadpools. But man, huh, that dude seems just lame and old. I hate to say it, and not. I don't think he's going to be running again, even if he wants to. Uh, I think this president was handed to him on a silver platter. I mean, they tied Donald Trump's hand in speaking about it. Mm. America's tired, red wave. You're alive. It's a good day. Sunny. It's cold, 49 and rainy here. I'm jealous. The younger girls keep floating across my mind. John Sebastian. Her eyes were soft, dark, and brown. Okay, let's look this up. Copy this. Younger girl lyrics. The loving spoonful. I know this bad. She's one of those girls who seem to come in spring. One look in her eyes and you forget everything. You had ready, you had ready to say, and I saw her today. Yeah, a younger girl keep rolling across my mind. No matter how much I try, I can't seem to leave her memory behind. I remember her eyes, soft, dark, and brown. T-shirt, she'd never been in trouble, even in town. A younger girl keeps rolling through my mind. Yeah, look, listen. Who was I talking to this about? I was talking to a friend of mine who's a feminist, right? And one thing I hate is when like guys go, "I'm a feminist." I just kind of roll my eyes, and it's not some macho men can't be feminist thing. It just seems lame, right? I support women. That's where I'm at. I support you. Uh, I got a lot of trouble with some of these people who I think are just kind of like trying to have a gender war get on, right? But you know, men love women. Women love men, right? Men write songs about women they saw on a bus, right? We mythological we mytho we what is it mytholize mythologicalize we we mythologize. Woo, y'all see, don't come around this channel mess with me. We mythologize like these beautiful like moments of, and people get married to these songs. They're nice, right? So what we want to do is fix the bullshit in the society with men, right? And quite frankly, it's a group of men. It's generally not black men because our setup is very different. Um, and no one cares about us, so we have our own society. Um, but even so, man, writing a love song about a lady you saw, or writing a love song to someone that you know and have babies with, how is that? You gotta fix the problems in the society, but you don't want to erase the magic between men and women. I mean, marriage is no one's getting married anymore. Kids don't have fathers. All the kids need fathers just like they need mothers. So let's not be arrogant and ridiculous, right? And every time I say that, someone always goes, "My husband beat." Yeah, okay, okay. You have a special case in. You're not everybody, right? Because before you know it, people want to tell you about their personal thing and why. Okay, you're having a personal thing, but broadly, men and women should work out. I mean, where each other's mated pair, right? It just makes sense. Adams Police Commissioner candidates: former Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best. No. Military top Daniel Outlaw. His name is Daniel Outlaw. No. So you got Best Outlaw and Roman, former Newark Chief Ivan Roman. Oh no. What? What? This is the problem with that department. Stop going to get outside people. I mean, this guy's inside, but he's lame. But no one cultivates inner talent anymore. I agree with that. I think kids need you're the first view of their mom, and not you're the first view of their mom. You're but the moms are the first view of womendom, right? And their dad is the first view of mandom, right? And so I'm for look. I'm for mom and dads in the house and big families. I had two brothers. I have two brothers and two sisters. Right. So I think as a single child, you get spoiled and expect people to cater to you. There's a lot of that going on. But when you're from a big family, if your parents aren't telling you to calm down and get over it, your brothers and sisters are telling you to calm down and get over it, and you find your own voice in like a crowd for the first time as well. Uh, I've always been a painty, drawery, artistic, creative person. Um, so maybe a little more sensitive than my brothers and sisters. And I think I don't have any kids, but I think parents take that into account. Oh, this is my son; he's rough and rugged and ridiculous. Uh, and this is my other son; he's sort of quiet and reserved. Or this is my daughter; she's just a maniac, right? And this is my son; he just likes to sit quietly and contemplate, right? Parents know this, especially when you have a bunch of them. I got to worry about these three, but those four can fucking run in the trees. Um, and the family is still on kilter. I had a phenomenal dad and mom, but my dad taught me how a man should treat a lady. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, yeah, I mean, my mom told me, Don't be around some of these women," and it wasn't like, "Oh, man, she no, no, don't be around her." What do you mean? Don't be around her. And then like here's the magic. She would then explain to me why. First, she would lay it down, and then she would tell me. I know people who just you just order them not to do stuff, and then they go, "That's not a good reason." Then they go and do stuff. But I think explaining to your kids where you come from and why, and the ramifications of telling them not to do this is good versus just going, "Don't do it because I said so." Don't drink because I said so. But you drink, that's me. Don't drink because I said so. You're too young to drink, right? And it starts there. But also, you got to take the mystery out of drinking. I met a lot of alcoholics who were alcoholics in like their early 20s. You know how I started drinking? I remember two incidents, right? Actually, three. I remember I was like little and I wanted something. I think it had to be whiskey. And my pops was like, back in the day, they throw parties. There'd be a whole bunch of adults. My parents played bid with. They'd be poking, gambling. There'd be music playing. Kids would be running all under the tables and all over the place. Right? It was a really kinetic family experience. But when I was really little, like I wanted, because he goes, give him. My mother goes, don't give him that. Yeah, he won't. Then you let you taste it, and it's whiskey. Like, ugh, because you're two, you're like, ugh, or probably like six, like, ugh. It's whiskey, yeah. That, as you grow up at 16, 17, 18, you remember, not whiskey is disgusting. I don't want that. It also happened when I think about 10 or 11 with a beer, right? But what got me to hang out was all my uncles. My uncle Julius, got rest him, uh, and we like my father and like my uncle Sonny, got rest him. They be sitting here talking barbecue and talking shit, and then you want to go hang out with them. You're like 12, and then like, yeah, get you an ale, son. And your father, he can't drink no beer, right? My uncle. And then you come back with a ginger ale, and you get to hang out with them and feel like you're part of and this is the energy that boys need. So I can see that same stupid thing happening 1,000 years ago on the plains of someplace where the men were sitting around making arrows before a hunt and talking whatever. And some little kid came up. And they were like, "Yeah, you hold this," and then you felt like you were part of something, even though you weren't doing anything. And that's it. But once you even remove that idea from the it it changes the whole dynamic. And I'm sure ladies have very similar stories about them their stages in like girldom, womandom, with their older aunts and mothers and whatever, and then you remove that from them and just throw them in a room full of men. They're going to be different in a lot of ways. I don't know if I think at this point I think it's just fucking social engineering. Um, Everybody that I meet, I can like these young guys. I can almost tell who didn't have a father. They're not cool dudes, right? They're not. They're emotional for no reason. They're hyper. And look, emotional women are one thing. I don't like them, but yeah, I'll fuck with them because emotional. But men can't be emotional. Men are too big to be emotional. You can't have people just running around hitting people because they're unhappy or they're sad or that. What? You better fucking get it together. And I think that's what a lot of these guys are ending up in, like essentially tantrums as men because somebody told them, these weird kind of like concept of what you deserve everything and all this stuff. Because there's stuff I wanted. My mom was like, "Yes, you will get it, baby, because I love you. You're my little man." I'm like, My father's like, "We're not getting that. Get the fucking ass in the car and stop that." Right? It's that kind of energy. You're kind of like, huh. And then somewhere in your head, you kind of figure out where the line is. And if you have trouble figuring out where the line is, your mom will help you and your dad will help you, and you slowly get corrected. And then you enter into the world as your own person, as an adult, right? And you try to find your match. And these things, show themselves, right? A loving family, who doesn't want to be part of that? But people don't want to change, right? And it generally takes something dark to change people, like jail. Now all of a sudden you want a loving family? You sure? I don't know. 8:20, 8:35, 37. We started that like what? Half an hour late. We've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. That should say 10 minutes. But that's good. So let's review the week. And it's only Wednesday. Uh Biden came here last week and backed McAuliffe. McAuliffe lost. The World Series uh, ended yesterday. Voting on I'm about to say voting day, on election day. Um, the Braves pulled that out. Nancy Pelosi put back the child care credit. Let's see, right? And that's this week. So what do we got here? Let's look up the news. Pelosi pushes mansion, speaker puts paid leave back in Biden 1.75 trillion spending budget. So he wasn't going to do it. They took it out, and then they lost, and then they threw that back in just to appease some people. But yeah, paid leave, state and local tax deductions for the bill. Yeah, this bill is a giant fucking giveaway to corporations. Yeah, people need to go to fucking prison who are in Congress as we speak. They're all just really incompetent. It's malfeasance, right? Is that what they call it? Malfeasance when you, if you're a doctor or an engineer. Ooh, malfeasance. Malfeasance. All right, that's not right. What did I spell? Malfeisence. Malfeasance. Yeah, I wasn't going to get that right ever. Intentional conduct that is wrongful or use or unlawful. Yeah, I mean, you got people inside of trading. They know that's wrong. Oh, good lord! I'm gonna open this window, but now I got smoke billowing, and I don't want to put this thing out. All right, look at me. See, look at me. I run this little. It just fell over. This tiny little pod, and all kind of goofiness goes on. We're gonna shut this down. Look, we close it like a sandwich. So the inside is. Look how much smoke this is. I mean, this room is getting smoked out. Oh my god. So now, ooh, oh, now I have to move it. Ew, that's not good. Put that there. Now I have to move it away. Look at this. Away from the window just to sort of. Oh wait, you know what? Before we leave that there, you might want to take it. All right, so yeah, this place is like somebody's about to call the freaking fire department. I went and got 2 ice cubes and no whiskey, which is good because man, when I got home at about 4, look, okay, so oh my god, my car's in the shop, cosmetic damage, but I hate cosmetic damage in a car. Like, fine, let me get it fixed. That's been a pain in the ass to do. Geico, thank you. But they gave me this giant car, Chevy Tahoe. The fucking thing is ginormous. It's got a lot of nice features in it, though. Really, and it amazes Chevy. It amazes me. God dang it, because I drive around and they look like Suburbans, and they also look like okay, let's see. This is the thing they gave me. Oh, stop it. Look at this thing. First of all, it's fucking ginormous. Um, it's nice though. Oh, that's ugly. That is not the one I got. That is real. The Yukon. No. Yeah, these are super old. Um, dude, dude. Yeah, this is the newer one. It's ginormous. It's fucking beautiful inside though. There's a lot going on. It's definitely much nicer than my Jeep. Having said that, that thing is too big. It's just too fucking big. Uh, the thing about my Jeep, my Cherokee, is that it moves like that's pretty good. Yukon, yeah, they look the same. I see a lot of them too. Yukon, Suburbans, and yeah, it's amazing. They're beautiful. I mean, I get it, but the idea of a SUV is not. Oh. Lame. The idea of an SUV is not to be so big that you can't actually go off road in it. I don't think I can go off road in this. Right. I might my car. I can lift the axle, give me some more clearance, put bigger tires on it, and then go off road. Right. But this the body length it's more like a luxury limousine. Quite frankly, it's like something that I'd expect. Hey, Brian. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Surprise to no one but Terry McAuliffe. I think he realized he was in dire straits probably 3 weeks ago. And then he had the president come through. And even as the president came through, he was telling you how the president uh, is sort of not doing well. Let me cut this off. Right? So he was telling you that, and then saying that Youngkin was Trump, and yeah, his battle plan fell apart. I think when did his battle plan fall apart? Because he was leading for like a month ago. He was leading. He didn't lose the lead till like I want to say 4 days ago. But it was a slow glide into the trees. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Ugh." Speaking of slow glide into the trees, I bought a video game, Flight Sim. They got my flight stick. Where is that at? Ugh, there's so much going on over here. I've got so many wires that I'm not even use anymore. So we will be saving the world in, I want to say Nazi Germany. What is that game at? We're going to start gaming more. Um, we're going to try and cut this political talk back a little bit just because I'm telling you, man, it takes a lot out of me. It really bothers me that they don't do anything I want. And I don't think I'm a nut job. I'm not, look, huh. When people like make weed legal, I was like, Barack Obama is not going to be the first black president and then make weed legal. What the fuck is wrong with you people? All right. And I was right. So, I mean, weed being legal should have been a thing governors did a million years ago. Barack Obama should have taken on the Justice Department and made sure that it worked, and he didn't. He got played by Yertle the Turtle, ugh, or as we all know and like to call him, I forgot his name again. Sorry. Ooh, this is not good. So yes, I'm sort of wiping this thing down. Uh, so me and my man Panic, we have been video game junkies for about 25 years now. We played all the games, all the games. But now all the young people have come up, and all they do is clean my clock online. So now I just feel like that's good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be murdering shit off. Uh, oh my god, I just got a good look, and I think I'm losing some of my hair. Why didn't you guys tell me? Um, I'm sure to grow back tomorrow. Yeah, that Tahoe is just, it's a great car. Don't get me wrong, but fuck you parking it. Parking that thing is a joke. So you got to pull into some place like your driveway. Where's my mouse here? Okay, like a driveway or you know. Um, but yeah, my car. We can get it moving because it's about as long as a sports car. The new Grand Cherokee is fucking beautiful, man. I'm obsessed with this car. Like when I was a kid, people like Mustangs. I get it, but yeah, me. This is my second Grand Cherokee. Look at this thing. The Overland is $43,000. All right. They don't really change a lot of the interior, do they? I wish they would do something with the passenger side that's interesting. I mean, I get that the driver can't get over there, but if you had a passenger, it'd be interesting if they would have something to do. And I'm not talking about TV and YouTube and shopping either. I don't even know what would be over there. Like if you walked in, you were like, okay, you want a Jeep? Are you single, man or woman? Oh no, no, my wife and I drive. Oh, okay. Well, we have a passenger side. Da 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 da. What would you like over there? And it wouldn't be like makeup or something corny like that. Like I said, it would be something interesting. Like maybe it would be a monitor where you could call up like roads and maps and information, right? Uh, but you should also be able to do that from your side. But people just cut it on and watch TV, and that's the problem. People are not interesting. People think they're interesting. People are not interesting. People are lame. Um, I love people. All the people I know are people, and they're not all lame, but yeah, they can be a bit much. And don't get me wrong, I said on this pod a million times, thank you, Mitch McConnell. I said on this pod a million times that I'm a weirdo. So maybe I'm the odd outlier, you know? But I've also said on my pods that, I'm black and we're not normal, just because of the trauma of living here. We're not acting like you're normal after going through all that. Then why are you still talking about like any of this other stuff? You're not normal and you see it go on every day and it adds to the pain and you're just not normal. You're just different. And that's fine. We're different, but we're, acting like, oh, yeah, everything's fine. Do, 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 do. That would be a lie. Well, here's the thing. I don't know a lot about Hummers, and I always thought it was funny because where I'm from, a Hummer is a blowjob. Hey, I like a Hummer, and your girl will give you right. But then they named the car Hummer, HE3, H3T. Yeah, I just get a Jeep. That don't look awesome at all. It looks like what I drive if I had a lot of money and a little dick. No, I'm just playing. That's what you always say about cars. It always offends somebody because someone has this car, right? Uh so no, I'm just kidding. No, it's just not for me. It does resemble a Jeep, but yeah, I would get a Jeep. What's the other one? Gladiator? Yeah, they look exactly the same. But man, you take all the doors off of this on a sunny day. Look at this Rubicon. 64 grand. Whoo! Right? And then I saw a guy driving one of these. He had like a mesh top. His door was like it was a half door, but then it was graded like a fence. Um so you could see right through it. Oh, it was beautiful. It was like it was freaking beautiful. Do they have any? They're not going to show you any. Okay. I wish I could see some of the. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. And look at this. You can do this kind of shit with it. Who don't like that? I mean, who don't like? Look, yeah, look at this. So yeah, so his door was made out of like whatever this ladder back door material is. And I was like, what? I was so like impressed and jealous and yeah. Oh, there it is. You see these doors? So let's put this big. Right. So these are the kind of oh, close that. These are the kind of doors he had on it. And he also had a top. He had a but I looked at these doors and he pulled up next to me and I was just kind of like, I love these cars. Because sometimes they're like, and here's the thing, you don't have to buy them new. And I'm at the point where, look, man, when I grew up, you get a car that you love forever, right? And you take care of it. You know how to change the oil, and if it's thinner, you paint it. You were looking to put a thousand. You were looking to put 1,000,000 miles on it. Now everything is disposable, right? I need a new car that bleeds into this corporate bullshit that you need to be burning money to be important, and you don't. Yeah, so this like these cars, Gravity, the Jeep Gladiator, those yeah, I'm a Jeep guy, but oh look at this! What in the world is this? Jeep Gladiator 6x6 with Corvette engine. Look at some. What in the world is this? Oh, hey James. Oh my God, do you see this, Brian? I mean, where you going? Look at the giant tire in the back. Where you got? First of all, you need 3 guys to change that tire. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Look at this tire. Where you taking this thing? The beach? Oh my God. That is a monster. It's beautiful. But yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Good evening. I'd like to congratulate Brian's team, the Atlanta Braves, for winning the World Series. Yeah. Good job. Let's put that up. Oh my goodness. Thought it was a fart just because somebody has an expensive car doesn't mean that they have a little dick and will not all. Yeah. Yeah. um check out the Rhino. The Rhino. Who makes it? Rhino car. Good Lord, my typing has always been horrible. What is this? What is this? Look at this. Let's get it open this. Oh, I wish this was bigger. Good Lord. I think if you pull next to anybody in this, they think that you are going to like a bank robbery, right? I think the cops will pull you. Look, here's the thing that cops do. They will pull you over if you have a car they've never seen before. They absolutely will. Wow, what is this? Whoop, whoop, pull over. What is that? Look at this thing. Oh my God, how much? This is 2018. How much is this? I'm afraid to even ask. Okay. What? 4.6, 15 feet high. Heavy armored car. Car armored heavy, also known as Rhino, was an armored car designed in Australia during the Second World War. No, this is the Second World War. These are the new ones. What makes Rhino? How much Rhino costs? $157,000. Oh, well, they start at 85,000. Yeah, there you go. Wow, this car is fucking off the chain. Look at the interior. Yeah, see, it's a little too bougie for me. Well, I want to see the cockpit. What's the cockpit layout? I want to be able to fucking. This looks like you're going from one of your secret compounds to the other of your secret compounds. Yeah, that's a little too much. And here's the thing you also have to think about in the apocalypse. You need to get parts. Where are you going to get parts for this thing? This is what you do. You get a Jeep, you get some of that ballistic fiber that they put over the glass, and you coat the entire car with it. It slows it down. You put phone books within the doors. You spend the money on the chassis to keep it up and running, and bigger tires. Possibly a second driver's component just in case the front driver goes down. It can be driven from the rear. This is what you learn when you collect comic books and watch way too much TV and is a sci-fi junkie, and then turns out, all these military guys, you live in a military town, you can buy all this shit out enough. Seriously. I could rent out tomorrow and buy an AR-15 if I wanted to. Um, vest, the helmet. Mwah! I love Virginia. So you don't want to get this bougie shit. You will be in the apocalypse. We will drive by that in our Jeeps as it's stuck on the side of the road because, like I said, You're gonna need 4 guys to change this tire. It's bulletproof. But bulletproof is an easy fix. I drive a F. Everyone down here has an F-150. They're ginormous. Those things are like Star Trek space shuttles. Those things. And here's the thing. Also, you got to remember, Brian. I'm a New York City boy, so all the cars have to fit in the parking spaces. No one has houses in space. I come down here and I'm like, why did I ever live there in the first place? Right? Because the first thing I realized, I could get a boat if I wanted to drive it down the street, as long as I could park it in my driveway. Wow. And everyone down here has an F-150, and some of those are just fucking awesome. But it's not really, it's a car culture in the sense that I need my car to function, to get me to the country and back through some muck and mire, versus car culture like California, where there's beautiful paintings and markings and people do detail on the side. You know what I mean? So it's very different. But it's very different car culture. Silverados are ginormous too. Let's look up a Silverado. And people, this is what people like. People don't get that. America is a America is a car culture, right? Going back from when it started, from the Model T. So giving up car culture is a big thing. You can make them electric, okay, but I don't think the majority of us is going to want a tiny little electric, you know, car like that Mini Cooper. Some people got those, and now look at them; they're gone because that's not the car culture. And before that, it was a Miata, right? And that was interesting. And people wait online to get one, and now that's gone. If you can get a car that looks like this, that's electric, more power to. Hold on. More power to you. I think it'll be good. But the idea of that the average American wants to drive around these tiny little European cars, it's something that you're forcing on us, like you're forcing soccer on us, right? And we're more of a baseball, football. I mean, they tried it with hockey, and hockey didn't really catch on, right? Um, yeah, look at this thing. You could camp in this thing. There's a guy on YouTube who camps in a oh, what is it? Do we want to look him up? Let's look him up real quick. He's a young dude too. He's been every place. I've been watching several of his videos. Hold it. I'm gonna try and see if I can grab one. Is it in my Ah, here he is.
Ideapaint turns spaces into
Oh, where
creative
is it?
places.
Let's mute this and we can shrink this down back to oblivionness. So this guy, ugh, camps in. Let's get a good look at his car. All right, hold on. Here we go. And he's got a smart setup. He does it with drones, right? So this is him driving. He's got his drone following him. He's not going too fast, you notice. But this is what he camps in, right? Just by himself. We're trying to get a good shot at what he's driving. Here you go. And that's right off road, like two cab compartment. He's got all this stuff on it. And when I saw this, I was like, he needs to lift this because he goes to campsites in like national parks. And sometimes he has trouble getting clearance because this wheelbase is fucking long, right? And you're not gonna get that with Jeeps. That's why I like the because the Jeep is power on a car frame, so you can get it into like a city parking spot. But if you're never in the city, I totally get it. But it's just one of my concerns. All right, let's show you his setup. This is a different one. All right, so I'm trying not to show you too much of his content because again, he worked hard for his content. You shouldn't fucking steal it. Uh just like I work hard for my content and I don't want to steal anybody. I don't play anybody's music. So he talks to you, he eats a banana, he does all this shit. Then he goes to one of these outside spaces like this gets his drone out, takes some pictures of it, right? I really appreciate the work he puts in. Um, and then he cooks dinner. There you go. Right, his whole setup is in the back of his truck. Good lord, man. Right, so you pop the front down, you can pull out these long ass drawers. This is one of them, and he's got propane in here, and right, it's pretty good. You know, I'm not gonna keep showing this shit. All right, uh, but yeah, so the wheelbase is just, and I always like a black car anyway. I can't fuck with white cars. But I'm pretty sure. Look at this thing. This thing is a beast. The two door and the Ford. I would get the two door. Well, the four door, but not the two door. Like, all right, this thing is amazing. Look at how big this thing is. This thing is meaty as fuck. Look at this thing. Yeah, I could not fuck with this car unless I was. Wow, the front of it looks like a brick wall. The front bumper, like the whole face of it, is like 4 feet before the hood. Oh my god. Good lord. What do you do with a ride like that? Go to Walmart or do you go off road? Look at the interior. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. That's fucking impressive. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's doggone impressive. Um, wow. All right. I'm sorry. I was drunk on James' fucking giant car. 25 the Silverado 2500. The Raptor. My truck had the 3.7 V6 with a 305 horsepower. See, here's the thing about that. Oh, you're getting a new one. I have no parking issues in my truck. It's two door. Here's the thing. Hold on. I ordered a new 2010. Wait, so uh, oh, you mean the 2000? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the 2500, and I was like, wait, why would the number be smaller than the 2500? I kind of got kind of like a mental hiccup. But you mean the year you're getting a new one in the year 2022? Okay, 305 horsepower. Here's a side thing. I mean, every car company that you see sells you cars. Look at this interior. Sells your car. It's always like speeding down some road. That's pretty fucking amazing. Um, and you can't do any of that, right? And that's part of the fun of like letting loose. It has two glove compartments on the passenger side. It's this is what this is amazing. My car is old. I do. Well, here's this is what I told myself when I got it. I was like, I'm sick of buying cars. I want to have this car and keep it forever. So in 25 years, I wanted to run nicely. Put like bigger wheels on it if I want, or whatever. Maybe take it camping or whatever. But I wanted to be well lived in, well used. But I wanted to run sweetly. I don't want to get a new car every 5 years or every 10 years. I want to ride it out with this one. Um, which is why it's in the shop now for these things. I'm like, all right, I'm going to start taking care of it. But then they gave me this thing, which is like a newer model, and the newer models have all these kind of cool features in it. And I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get rid of this one, get a newer Jeep, and then keep that one forever. But you know what's going to happen? In like 5 years, they're going to be like, oh, Jeeps, the wheels are passe, like landline phones, right? In a Wi-Fi age, all the cars have like hover things and just float 3 feet off the ground down the highway. Why do you have wheels? And then I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get one of those. It's always technology, man. Right? What are you going to do? Look at this thing. This thing is fucking beautiful. It gives you the temperature on both sides of the wow. And here's another thing. Like I tried to use wiper fluid on this rental car. No wiper fluid in the damn thing. Check the oil. The oil needs to be changed. Like they gave me a rotten, not it's not rotten, but they gave me like a problematic automobile. Um, yeah, come on, guys, put wiper fluid in it at least. Uh, but it's nice. It's super awesome. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's close this. Wow, I'm telling you, this you because this is so rare. So you look, James, you're good in the apocalypse with your Silverado because you can be able to walk into a neighborhood and find another Silverado, get an axle if you need it, or a battery or whatever. You're never gonna run across one of these, right? You really aren't ever gonna run. You may be able to find a door for it. Wait, hold on. What would you need for this? Because it's a Jeep. Other than the tire being ginormous sitting back there, if you find another Jeep in the apocalypse, do you think you'll be able to swap parts with this one? I don't want to poo-poo it too early, but yeah, you want like I've learned that you want to blend in. People who stand out stand out. So there's a infinite amount of black and white cars down the road, but once you put one of those skins on it that says I break for bitches, and then like they catch you like on one of those traffic cams running over a nun. They go, "Is this your car with the I break for bitches rap or all over it?" And you're like, no." So I'm just kind of like, what? That could be anybody's black Jeep. I don't know what you're talking about. um, I I'm undecided if I want a camper or a tent for my truck. I already have a ton of. See, I was thinking about. I don't know anything about camping, but I want to take my Jeep out into like a place in camp for like the night and stream it, obviously. Because if it goes well, I always want to drive across country. So I might do that. But man, I don't even like that's why I was watching that young man's video. I was like, I don't even know where to start with a camping trip. And I was like, if I go alone, I'll disappear and that'll be it. I'm not taking anybody with me because, you may have to strangle somebody and leave them in a national park. I mean, what the fuck is that? Like, no one's gonna miss her. People don't make any sense to me. They don't make any sense to me. Like I was telling my nephew, in the old days, people would try and commit a crime and go like, "What? My wife is missing. I don't know what." And they're like, "You got blood all over your shirt." You're like, "Oh fuck," right? Now they're not even trying to get away with it. They do the wildest shit, and then like I remember a couple of years ago, a guy killed his girlfriend and put her pictures on Facebook with some caption like "the bitch wouldn't leave me alone" or some shit. Got 2 life sentences for it because showiness. I don't know, man. But I mean, I have cool friends. I would take my friend Pammy. We've been friends for 30 years, and she plays guitar. I take my homie Nelson, but his wife might not dig it. I take both of them. We could, you know, there's a ton of people I know who are mad cool. That I would go on a camping trip with. Uh, but a cross country trip to California and back, that's rare territory. Especially if you're going to camp along the way. I think you can drive the 3,000 miles in like 4 days. Some people make it sooner. Let's look at how long it takes to drive across this great country of ours. If you're American, that is. How long to drive across America? Depending on your route, the coast to coast drive across America ranges in distance from approximately 2,500 to 3,000. There's an additional 1,000 miles on that from 2,500 to 3,500 miles. If you're prepared to clock 8+ hours behind the wheel per day, the shortest route should take 4 days and the longest 6. I can, who do I know in California? I can drive. I routinely drive. Well, not 8, but I routinely drive like 6, 7 hours because I like driving. But once it begins like blank slate repetitious, then I just sit with the radio and I talk shit and I plot my story out in my head because I'm working on a giant novel that's never going to get written in my head with character and the whole bit. But if I but after that gets tired, I need to pull over and get a sandwich, take a piss, give myself 10 minutes. Maybe I need 20 minutes of sleep, whatever, right? Um, but if I go with somebody, I don't know how long does it take. It's 4 or 5 days. What is? Oh, good lord! I don't need a map. Hold on. Not my own. There you go. Images. Is this this is a 12,000-mile road trip around America. So it starts in New York, it goes south, it goes across, then up through Texas, Santa Fe, Vegas, down into Los Angeles, up the coast, San Francisco, into Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, then down across through Montana. So it's missing some places. It's not hitting every state. Is it hitting every state? No, it misses Kansas and Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas. All right. Okay, so Salt Lake, Utah, Colorado, then up to Wyoming. Okay, to North Dakota. Why are you going up? You could have just went straight across. I think, well, I hate to say it, the middle of the country needs something. Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Montana, Kansas. Yeah, I mean, when the country started, this was the land, right? The cattle, and all this shit. Now they don't have a lot going on. Missouri, Illinois. So you come down here through North South Dakota, down through Minnesota, into Chicago, down through uh, what is this? New York, bordering Toronto, right? And then that's 12. Why would you want to take that route? Right? This is the route that I thought you'd take, but it depends on where you're gonna land. I don't know. Oh, Northeast Mid Atlantic, Southeast Great Lakes, Great Plains, Southwest, Rocky Mountains, Pacific, and the far west. This is a really good map. It's really a good map. I love the fucking internet. This makes perfectly good sense. And it even has Quebec and Ontario up here. Where did I go? I went to Quebec. Um, yeah, this makes sense. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Is that the seven? So yeah, the Northeast, the Mid Atlantic one, and the South, the Southeast, right? The Great Lakes, which is this is really good. This is a solid map. Meanwhile, there is no Hawaii, even though there's in Alaska. Where's Hawaii? Oh man, we as a country need to get our shit together. Um, this is a pretty good map. Oh man, you guys you can't. Okay, well let's make it bigger for you guys. Yeah, it makes sense. The North one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. It says America is essentially 10 districts. Pacific Northwest, I wouldn't call this the far east, but okay. Pacific Northwest, uh, the far east, the Rocky Mountains makes sense. The Southwest makes sense. The Great Plains, okay. The Great Lakes, okay. The Southeast makes sense. Mid Atlantic, yeah. What is this far west business? What the fuck is that? All right, you guys are making me crazy. We're gonna hold on to this and shrink it because I'm gonna keep that hoo ha, that doodad. Yeah, there's no Hawaii in this thing. Well, apparently it's a driving thing, and you can drive through Canada to get to Alaska, but you can't drive any place to get to Hawaii. This must be the two routes that they were talking about. All right, let's look at this too real quickly. Oh god dang it! Why don't put anything up on the YouTube that's super small? All right, so they're both leaving from the same place. Then then there's about, I want to say, what is this? You want to say that's 100 miles between them, and before they reconnect somewhere around Vegas. What am I looking for? I'm looking to shrink this down. Da, 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 da. Yeah, Vegas. Vegas, baby. Charlotte, Atlantic, Jackson, Dallas, Midland, La Cruces, Phoenix, Los Angeles. Mustang across America, fifth anniversary drive. Okay, people are still driving horses across this country. People need to calm down. Leave the horses alone. Driving horses across America. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Oh, oh my God. All right. We have been streaming for an hour and 46 minutes. That's crazy. Hold on. What am I doing here? Whoopoo. Uh I have no parking as much. I'm undecided if I want a camper or a tent. So let me know which one you get. Oh no, wait, we don't have the same car. I do. Okay. What is a tonneau? I want it's because this is what I want. I want to be able to live out the back. I can do that with a cot, right? But when I pop the the rear hatch, the what does they call it? It's not called a hatch. Um, whatever the car, the door, whatever. I want to be able to tie something to that and then staple some rain-proof something under that. Um, and I was just gonna build a fire. I wasn't gonna have too much. Of, did I spell that wrong? OE. TOO. I'm sorry, TONNOE. Right. So I wrote tone. Maybe if I write camping. Ah. Ooh. That flips out like a super $2,000 for a tent. Sweet Jeebus. Okay. That but I don't have a flatbed on my Jeep. And that caught up to us. All right. How would I even go camping with in a Jeep, right? I mean, I'm not bringing a lot of stuff. I can't stay overnight in my. Maybe I should look up Jeep camp tonneau camping. TONNEAU. Maybe I don't have the right. But all these have flatbeds that you build a camp into. So and they don't have long wheelbases like that guy did. Well, he does, and he does, and he does, he does, he does. God damn it, everybody does. Not him though. Huh. Shoot. All right. There's got to be a way to camp with a Jeep. Jeep camping. Yeah, I'm not putting a house on top of my car. What is this? Look at this. I'm not putting that on. I mean, that's just that's just crazy. All right, I'm not putting that up there. Uh oh my god. Wow, there are Jeep camping clubs? Jesus Christmas. See, something that hangs over the side that I don't have to climb up and sleep in. Is there a point to climbing up and sleep? Maybe you don't want the bears to get you? But if there's bears and I'm sleeping in the car. What the hell is going on here? Oh, look at Are we back? Are we still here? Man, I gotta tell you. All right. What you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna uh we've been having issues with the stream. I thought it was me, but I think it's more haps. Uh I wanna go. I love Cam. Dude, we can do a double stream if you want it. We can sort of exchange information and work it out down the line. Pick a day or whatever when we both have like I don't know, a weekend, like 48 hours, right? Like go out there or at least overnight. Because I'll happily drive to. You'd love to see Texas. Uh let's like this. I thought I liked that. Um 14 hours from Houston to Orlando, Florida. Is it really a straight drive? 20 hours Houston to the Vegas Strip. Okay, I'm in Virginia. I could get to this would be a really interesting thing to do if we both streamed it. 45 days Houston to San Diego. Wait, it's not 4 to 5 days from Houston to San Diego. It's 4 to 5 days to drive across the country. I-10 goes from California to Carolina. Does it? I thought it stopped in Chicago. This 10 made for Jeep Gladiators. Really? 200. Okay. Okay. Uh, we've been streaming for an hour and 52 minutes. We're gonna try and go for another 8 just to make it an even 2 hours. I'm leaning toward the camera because it's hard top and I wouldn't worry about the element. Yeah, I think in the long run you and even if it got hot, the hard top will trap heat so you can be cool just in case if it got hot. If it got cold, so you could be cool, right? Um, so I get a tent, but a hard top sounds good, right? So let's see. So this is what I was talking about. This guy has like this thing that tied up the. This is not the Jeep I have, but like you sort of live out the back of it, just like a couple of chairs and some shit, maybe a small hibachi, like, and just kind of like test it in the first few days. Man, am I gonna get a dog? I'm not gonna get a dog. Calm down. Every time I see a dog in the Jeep, I'm like, I'm not living my best life unless I get a dog. Uh, Jeep Jeep Cherokee. See, yeah, so pop the top, but I don't have damn, this guy built, yeah, people are, woo. I mean, that's a small picture, but man, all right, fine. Yeah, this is essentially my car. Oh my gosh, come on, people, you're killing me. I bet it's been on the internet forever because it's so small. So yeah, I mean, I can't do too much to it. Pop the trunk. The hatch is even weird. The hatch, not the back, right? Uh, I used to love Broncos, and then OJ ruined it for me. But look at this. I mean, good lord, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. But where do they sleep? Are they up there? I think they are up there. Look how much space this is. And they're in a camping place. Look at all the camp. Huh. It's amazing to me. Um, yeah, but getting like a it'd be man. All right. Just calm down. I've that's another one of the things I've been researching camping. Uh, and you got yours for between 260 and 350, which sounds great. I'm leaning toward the camper. Oh, okay. A link. God dang it. Copy, copy, copy. All right, here we go. Go to
Wine brings people together. Wine.com.
wine brings people together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's like the most obviously stupid shit I think I've ever heard. Okay, hold on. Before we get in trouble for their content. Ooh. Dang it. Oh yeah. Yeah, sometimes yeah. Like that. What is this? In this episode, we reviewed the Napier Back Roads SUV tent. I hooked up to my Jeep. JK and go over the features. Napier Back Roads SUV tent. Copy. Let's look at what we got here. Wow, it's not expensive at all. Huh. This is amazing. And that way, if I do hear a bear, I can scurry through the back of the car and shut the door. This is genius. This is what I need. Dude, Brian, I owe you huge. This is exactly what I need. This one right here. The whole idea of just being able to pop the back, 250 bucks. That's amazing. I am smart enough not to burn the whole damn thing down, though, I think. What? I never would have. Wow, you could sleep. This is amazing. Oh, all right, hold on. I'm I'm down a rabbit hole. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold it. Where's the volume? Good lord, guys, give me a break. Am I that loud? I'm not that loud, am I? No, I think I'm normal. Let's see what we got. Assemble go through 10 poles by unfolding each section. Okay, I've done this kind of thing before. I wonder how it holds up in the weather. Wait, what was that last bit? Insert one end of the pole into the pin located in the corner of the tent. What? What secures it? So you just take this? Surely it can't be that simple. At the opposite end of the pole, apply pressure to form an arch until you can insert the pin into the pole. Oh, I see what's going on here. It wants to be this, but the pole keeps all right. So it's a tension thing, but they make it look so easy. Okay, it's a tension mount. It's a tension mount. This is super. Good lord, someone's super fucking rich because they made this on the kitchen table. Wow. Hold on, wait a minute. I missed some of that. From the inside of the tent, unzip the door and mesh that faces the vehicle cargo area. Roll up the mesh and secure the T-strap. Okay. So this is the side, but you can't keep the car running while you're doing any of this shit to heat the tent. All right. With an open hatch, move the tent toward the cargo area of your vehicle. All right, so I have never seen one of these before. This is amazing. Slip the sleeve under the bumper and over the hatch. Oh, so it hugs the back of your vehicle. Making, wow, okay, because that would keep the rain. Oh, wow, okay. This is amazing. I'm sorry. I'm so into this. Wow. Amazing. Hook the bottom. Inside the tent, locate the center strap by the bumper and attach the strap to the tailgate. So it's anchored to your car as well as in probably like 4 other decent places. Drape the rain fly over the tent with the label vehicle side facing. Oh, and there's a... So the tent... This is fucking amazing. I'm sorry, excuse my language. This is amazing. Huh. Wow. Wow. All right. Yes, I think this means today was a good day. I was at the beginning of the stream, I was like, man, I don't know. Today's kind of a day, man. I don't. Yeah, today marks, what the hell is this? Opening a new tab. Today marks this as a good day. What is this? It's like a giant cat carrier for a car. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy that. I'm going to get a used telescope and I'm going to experience some kind of like, what do you call it? Nature magic. Nature's majesty is what I was looking for. Majesty. That's fucking thank you, Brian. That is awesome. Ooh, there's another one. That's amazing. And for like $300. Oh, what? I can sleep out under the stars.
If you're the type of truck owner who does a fair amount of camping and are looking for an affordable bed-mounted solution, then let me introduce you to the Right Line Gear full-size truck tent. Now, this very popular option is designed to fit the 5.5-foot bed in your 97 Annular F-150.
All right, hold on. I kind of want, because I know it's a commercial. I don't know. I'm sure they want their content out and they wouldn't sue me for, but at the same time, I have been smacked around by YouTube. This is amazing. And this one's completely off the ground. So you put back the flat door. What? With a blow-up mattress and a lantern. Wow. Yes, I'm gonna watch this. But we're gonna end the stream here. because we lost some of you for 5 minutes. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. Remember, like and subscribe. We're here every day. I'm in my head about this. I'm seeing all the possibilities. Now I'm sitting here thinking I need to run out and get a dog. um, sit out in the cosmos and write my grand novel of one man's love of corn chips. Yeah, I know you don't see it yet, but when it's all put together, it's magic. Uh wow, this is amazing. Brian, I gotta thank you. It probably would have taken me another 3 or 4 months to find like what you just showed me, like that. It's amazing. Oh, okay, it's very good. Uh, yeah, but we should sort of bash it around to see if probably on a warmer day because now it's winter. Uh, but actually, it's not that cold because it's Virginia. Ah, wow, I want to do something. This has got me really kind of vibed up about it. All right, so we're gonna first. I'm gonna knock down some aliens, not aliens, some World War I villains. Uh, with my semi-clean joystick. Beep 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 beep. Um, I also have to unbox and unpack my audio interface, which is taking a minute. Uh, so, but I think before I do any of that, I'm gonna look into this thing. It'd be good to have in the car anyway. All right, calm down. All right, my mind is spinning up with the possibilities of a camping, an actual camping experience with. Let's put this here with like this tent, the Napier Backroads SUV tent, $250. Right? What would I need to get? Like a inflatable mat. Well, don't want to see on the floor. Maybe an inflatable mattress that I could either put in here or in the back of the cab. I get a hibachi, right? That I stand outside by the stove. A cooler for some food, right? Some dog treats. Go out overnight. Dog treats. You keep saying a dog. Oh my God! Are you gonna get a dog? Just calm down. You don't need a dog. I could really go for a dog though. Um, Dogs are so awesome. And this one is twice as long. Look at this. It's amazing. What would you do in here? This is a lot of like, are you just walking around cleaning your head in your tent? Like when I was a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, uh, going camping meant like a crappy sleeping bag. You all shared a tent that was only like 3 foot high. You had trouble putting it up, you know. Yeah, that's a good point too. Memory foam mattress, so you're not completely on the floor. Yeah, man, I'm like fucking stoked. How much is this one? This is 300. It's called Tail Tent. Instant easy, it's suitable for most vehicles. Nice color and construction. All right, hold on. Look, you can get 3 adults and 3 children in it. And if you stand at 71 meters is what? I'm so bad with math. I think 5 feet is 70 inches, right? That can't be right because these guys are tall. How tall is no, 5 feet is 60 inches. Good lord, man. Come on, get your act together. So this is like an additional 11 inches. So this is like so the tent is like 6 feet. Why would you need a tent this long? Yeah, now this is interesting, but I like the other one. That's pretty good. But this is a little more intimate, meaning if I hear something, I'm really close to the back of the car that I could jump in, close the window, and then somebody can go, dude, it was a squirrel. Stop being such a baby. Yeah, look at this. $2.99. I didn't know that. Stop that. And this is has the other one had a straight rear entrance. This has a side entrance. A side entrance and then like a clear view outside. The side entrance is interesting. With a big rear window. The other one didn't have a big rear window. Actually, I think the other one, yeah, no, I was wrong. This had a side entrance too, but this one looks a little more. Huh, I guess I'm wrong. But this one didn't have a window. This one has a window, so you could see what's going on, but they can also see in. Right. So, what are you doing in your Jeep? Are you smoking marijuana? Are you? I like to see. Look, man, I like to see people coming at me. So I like windows. This is amazing. And a hammock. Can you fucking imagine? Okay, I'm in my own head imagining days that hasn't happened. Oh my god. Just by yeah, this is all good. Ooh, wow, me out there with my dog, annoying the bears with shitty guitar work.
Working on the 21 model year F-150.
Well, we just talking about F-150s. Whew, look at that giant thing.
Hi everyone, it's Kane here. Welcome to my video. Just gonna give you guys a tour of my truck. Let's get to it.
Oh, that's the kind of truck that young dude had, an F-150. Look at how big these things are. Oh, crammed with goodies. All right, hold on. Oh, he's got movie DVDs. Wow, his shit is stacked. Fans? I never even thought of a fan. You know you're gonna need one. Huh. Wow, he lives in that car. We haven't gotten I'm about to say we haven't got anywhere near his camping set up yet. Looks like he lives out of his car. Oh, hold on. What just happened? Hold it. Did I just click the wrong thing twice? I did click how did I fucking do that? Kane Cordova. I'm enticed by getting a 2018 Ford 150 Super Crew and living it for a year or so by late of this year. I like to have the rear bed fit with custom fabric respect. Huh. So people are living in their cars. Here's the problem with that. What happens when someone steals your car? I mean, I get it. You're young once. Go do that shit, bitch. Go do it. Wow. All right. So we're gonna end this here. I'm sliding down a rabbit hole. I still, man, look at the bed in this one. That I don't know if this is okay. Oh, let me close this. I don't know if this is considered camping, guys. What? Hold on. I don't know if this is considered camping. I think this is still considered chilling. And chilling hard is what I would call that. This would be awesome. Cook something outside. Get this nice sunny day, and the sunny day, nice starry night. Get a telescope out. Talk shit. Play music. Cook something. Still have the internet, right? I mean, we're not trying to be like 1400s about it. Man, that is awesome. Dude, you are fucking awesome. Wow, that is fantastic. But yeah, wow, well, if I, oh man, am I buying this thing? Where would I go if I bought it? There's a couple of test runs that I could do here in Virginia. There are several national parks here that are close by, hiking spaces and stuff. I could even wing it and park it in my sister's driveway and give myself a day just in case it gets bad. I can bump some pancakes off of her, right? But I've always loved the idea of camping and telescopes and all this kind of shit that I think the world is not clubs. I try to tell people this all the time. The world is not like rap music and like hip hop clubs. There's other shit going on. Uh, I think all the cats I know would think this is weird. Why would you waste your time doing this? But they're young, and I get it. But yeah, you get a couple of homies doing something simple like this, and before you know it, they're teaching it to their kids, and before you know it, people have a better appreciation of nature and like I said, homies hanging out and having a beer or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Yeah, West Virginia. Back roads. Look how small the box is. You could keep this shit in your car. Yeah, and here's my car. But man, I'm telling you, man, I am not trying to climb up there and then climb down. I like the idea that just in case something goes bad, you can hop in the car, close the door, and start the car and drive away, tent included and all, right? Versus like the gentleman that I showed you, he sleeps in the back of his cab, but when he gets out, he has to get out and then go around the back and get into the driver's side. And he had one thing where he heard gunshots, and I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, whew, yeah, I'm absolutely locked in. All right, so wow, it's 10 to 9. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 17 minutes. Um, did I eat today? I did eat today. Good Lord. All right. We're going to crack this open. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Please like and subscribe. We are here every night from 6:30 to about 8, 8:30, sometimes 9ish, sometimes 11. We go longer on the weekends. Friday nights and Saturday nights and Sunday mornings is special streams, right? So we stream Monday through Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Like I said, Friday and Saturdays are play nights, so we stream longer. But Monday through Thursday, we generally keep it to an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes. But Sunday is the Sunday session, and we stream at 7:30 a.m. every Sunday, to about 10:30, 11 till the game starts. Right? Sometimes it's not much to talk about, but sometimes, man, do we get spinning, and boy, do we spin. So please like and subscribe. Helps the channel. Get in the chat, talk to us. We might open up a camping uh aspect of this stream, which is fucking awesome. Uh my boy Nelson camps too. So I'm sure he'd be like, oh yeah, you need some lanterns and some this, get some that. So all the stuff that I don't know, I know people who camp. I would just need this tent. And that's only $300. Wow, it's ball it's killing me. Oh, thank you. For real, thank you. Um so good. So good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, spoons and forks, trees and bushes, sun and moon, and all the rest of the couplings. I want to thank all of you for coming through. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, it helps the channel. We're here every night. Um, it's about to get interesting. I think we might be doing some camping sooner rather than later. Uh, that thing doesn't look like it holds heat though. Probably not. All right. Uh, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Um, yeah, please like and subscribe. We're here every night. Let's close this. Um, I'm Truest Armor, True Armor here on Haps, True S Armor on YouTube. Please like and subscribe there. And Karma Armor, ARMA, Karma Armor on Twitch. Please like and subscribe there. We may be over probably in the next few minutes, not a few minutes, testing out this game that I just bought a couple of days ago. I gotta tell you, the last 10 games I bought, I haven't played. I bought Cyberpunk and I didn't play it. Yeah, my boy's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm a curator, I'm a collector, collecting video games. They're not like books. Sometimes developers just stop supporting their games. So you own something that you can't play. It is what it is. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the problems, right? What is it? What is it? Oh, not Western problems. Oh, good Lord, I forget. I just said first world problems. All right. So we changed the camera around. We switched the back. The whole place is coming along nicely. Uh, I haven't plugged in those speakers yet. We'll do that, and then we'll start making music. Um, which is going to be hysterical because I've only been playing guitar for like since June, and I'm bad at it. But it's fun. It's fun to see how music works. You drive around trying to learn guitar, and then the music that comes on the radio, you hear differently. It's amazing. So yeah, I'm not trying to win any Grammys, but I'm trying to make myself more interesting in the world, right? Therefore, by my definition, I'm more valuable, right? And of course, we're all valuable, but like, if I play a little guitar, go back to school, read more, da, 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 I feel more eh, to the cosmos, and that's what I'm trying to do. Not so much valuable like someone else will put on me or on you. I'm just putting my own thing. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I think nature is adrenaline, right? It's all the good things you need. Yeah, I'm thanking you now. You feel me? Wow. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even know the name of these tents or how they work and then you open me up to the promise of this whole thing. Yeah, keep it in my car. I'm gonna give this a shot. I wonder when I can get one. I probably can get one. All right, just calm down. Don't look at this one. These things are amazing. Yeah. All right. So let's end the stream for goodness sake. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I will be back tomorrow at 6:30. Please like and subscribe and come back. Maybe there'll be an update on me buying one of these things. Huh. This would make that giant rental car that I have, that Tahoe, fucking awesome. Versus my Jeep. Man, who that car is. I'm beginning to appreciate it now that I'm looking at this tent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next one. The next one is tomorrow at 6:30. Like and subscribe and come on through and say what's up. Thank you, Brian. Super helpful, super duper helpful. Thank you, Frida, for coming through. I want to thank Will for coming through. Um, and I want to thank oh, where'd he go? I think want to thank Snowbuddy for coming through, and I want to thank where did he go? There we go. Hold it. I think I got everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next one, and the next one is tomorrow. Peace.